This channel is kindly sponsored by KA.Models.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Festa here. We've had a prezzie, yes. We've had a prezzie turn up at Festa Towers. So, we'll get this open and we'll have a looky-loo to see what we got. Now, I know who this is from now. This is from Foxx, aka The Gnu. Yes, folks. And I know this for a reason, because after the frolic last week, we were sat having a conversation, chit-chatting about figure painting and things like that. And he turns around and said, you know, he said, I'd love to see what you would do with some of the Age of Sigmar figures and things like that, the creatures and that. And we just started having a little chit-chat. And I said, oh, I'll go and have a look, see what's about. And he spoke about this geezer here, this two-headed dragon, Lord of Change. And I didn't give any thought to it. And then this has arrived at Festa Towers. And what are we now? We are filming on the 10th. So, yeah, so this has arrived at Festa Towers. And obviously, seeing it, I kind of have sussed who it's from, and also the fact that it said Captain Festa Kit Basher on the box. So anyway, I'm rambling already, but big thanks and hugs to Foxx for sending this through to me. And I know he's a man on a mission, and I need to discuss with him now a colour scheme. Let's have a quick looky-loo around the old boxy box. Got the usual box art on the back there. Now, as far as I know, you can do two figures on this. You've got Lord of Change at the top there, and you've got the Carios Fate Weaver with all different gubbins going on. Apparently, this is where I always fall down. Apparently, you've got options in here, different ends and sticks and things they carry and stuff. So I'm going to have a look when I assemble it to see whether I can actually magnetise the areas where these different weapons join. Obviously, if it's attached to the hand, then obviously I'll have to put a magnet in the elbow or whatever. But I'll have a look as I'm building it, and then I'll have the ability to chop and change it. Or I can just have extra weapons hanging on his back in some kind of holder. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But this is what you've got. And already I'm leaning towards the blues and all of the different, excuse me, tons of blue in it. So I'll have a chat with the guru, and we'll see whether there's a preferred paint scheme that he would like me to do, because he's good enough to send this through. So the least I can do is let him have input into the paint job, because, yeah. So let's get this bad boy open. Conveniently got a knife just to one side, just purely to cut the tape on it, because they come all taped up. So we'll do that nice and neat. Actually use it just to lift this Flappy McFlappykins up. There you go. This is like unboxing an iPhone, folks, opening up a Warhammer kit. If any of you have ever had Full.Build, you'll know exactly what I mean. So there's the instrucciones, so we'll have a looky-loo at them in a minute. For those that have not done Warhammer, this is how they arrive. Couple of sprues in there, but look at the detail on the mould in there, all the lines of the feathers and the veins and all them undulations. And then you've got other bits of wing there. I think what this is you can have these wings semi-opened or fully opened, and I think these are little pieces that you insert to increase the wing angle, so to speak. That's what I'm thinking. I could be totally wrong, but look at all the detail in it, folks. All these little bits and all of this moulding round the side and texture. Yeah, I'm looking at all the staffs as well, all the intricacies going on there. And then on the other side there, you've got all the sides of the dragon's heads that go together. That's his arm there. So it looks like the staffs have a piece of the arm cast on them. And then when you join them together, that's what he's carrying. But I'll have a look to see what we can do, because I might definitely be able to do a bit of trimmage where I can have the piece of the hand on the staff that I remove and attach to the hand, and then I magnetise the different staffs and things like that. I'll see in the instructions, as you can see that one's got the hand moulded on it, so there's not a lot you can do there. If I remove it, I've got to try and replicate this shape on the staff to retain the hand. But if the other one's got a hand moulded on it, then I might be able to put a microscopic magnet in there or a pin. I'll see. So that's that sprue. And then you've got all of this going on. But look at all the scalage and all the vertebrae. Oh, honestly, and the muscles. Look at them bad boys in there. And already I'm thinking how I can drop different shades and stuff in there. Try and blend all of this stuff into itself. So it's not a 5-minute paint job. This is going to be a labour of love over many months. This is why I want to get my shelving sorted out so I can have all my paint projects where I can just spin round and grab one. Got kind of book of excitement there that he's carrying on the front of there with all different stuff in it. And looks like a spell book, so you can edge highlight the pages there to make it look worn and gnarly. Unbelievable sculpt. I'm looking at all the little different mechanical bits attached to the legs and the talons and stuff. Claws of pointedness, as we would like to say. It's absolutely beautiful sculpt, I must admit. And like I say, you know, those familiar with GW stuff will know exactly what I mean. Those thinking of getting one, this is what you're in for. All this beautiful texture, definition in every single mould, not a bit of flash anywhere. Oh. And yeah, you can see all the different little parts that go on the feathers there that will be painted differently. Little fists and claws poking out, and proper creature feature, so to speak. But I'm looking at all the muscle and sinew and all of that you can really add a lot of paint in. Don't know whether they're pustules or gems. I'll have a look at the pictures, see what we got. All the shields there. It looks like an eyeball in the middle of it there, so again, you get to do all the bloodshot eye and stuff like that. Absolutely stunning sculpt. So that's the sprues quickly peeked at. And then we got the instruction book there. So there's the instructions there, Lord of Change, it says on the front, with some really vibrant artwork there. And what this does is this shows you how it all goes together with different variants, different things that you add to it to achieve the model of your choice, folks. So give them a read and adhere to the little colours and things like that. And it tells you there steps 1 to 4 builds that. Steps 1, 5 and 6 build that variant, okay? So that gives you an idea. And then what I tend to do is if I'm doing a particular variant, is I'll go through looking at the pages there, and then I clip that section together so that I know I've only got to worry about these ones. Okay, so there you go. I'll probably build all the staffs and everything and magnetise them on the wrists just so I can have extras, options, so to speak. Gives you all the detail there, all the different blues and shades and line work. So yeah, going to be an art form. I'll have a look through my paint rack just to see whether I need to order in any additional paints. I should be all right with what I've got, but you never know, because I've done a lot of chain rasps and that. Some of them colours look familiar. I might need to adapt a few of my blues, but I can mix my own if I need to achieve one-off shades and blends. So we'll have a little look. Shows you there quite easy how it all goes together. They're very straightforward instructions. This is what you would expect from GW there. Adhering it to the base. Not sure what I'm going to do with the base yet. I'll have a look at some of the scenarios that this creature would be in, and I'll try and build a little bespoke base for it. all the arms and legs going together there, all the different staffs, options and stuff like that as to what you can have on there. Orbs and stuff, bits hanging off the front of his robe. You can have him carrying 2 staffs there, a single, holding that at an angle in both arms, holding that at an angle. So loads of things you can do. I think I'd want him to be giving it the old, yeah, look at all of this gubbins. So yeah. Looking at all the different ways that goes together, how the arm pieces together so that he's carrying that. There's the big un there, so that'll magnetise onto that wrist joint by the look of it. So if I put a couple of micro magnets in there, I can then demagnetise these and have them where I can click new ones in. That's the theory. I'll get them built and see what we're looking like, and then we can modify the figure. Looking rather sexy, I must admit. Different pose that you can come up with. I kind of want him probably in a slight action shot where he's moving. I want to try and capture movement somehow in him. Perhaps utilising the wings to do that. You know, perhaps having one flared out and one flared in slightly so that as he's moving, the wings have moved with him. We'll see. We'll see what options we've got. There's all the different wing inserts there where you can splay the wings out. So let's just see. You can have them right open with these inserts in. Or you can close them up by not having them in. So we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. Different options there where you can have the book of readingness on top of the post there. So again, these little things here, I'll probably have little magnets in them as well. So what we can come up with, I think. Different bits that go on the tips of the wings there. Again, they're showing you the wing inserts to spread them out. It looks like you can have them either folded slightly back or fanning forward at an angle. I'll do a lot of dry fitting on it. And then obviously you've got some lore there explaining what these do, what the points are and all of that gubbins. Max will be there working it all out for me. There's all the icon keys there. Gives you all the info, blurbage and all of that lot. Which I must admit, I ain't got a clue because I've never played the game. I just like building the kit. So that's the instructions of that all sorted. So yeah, it's looking like this is going to be one hell of a project. So I shall have a look on the internet at pictures and see what we can come up with. But already I'm looking at the background here with all the different rocks and crystallisation. And I could probably replicate this as the base with all different angled rockage, tuftage of grass and gravel and stuff, just to give him something to stand on. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. So a massive, massive, massive thanks to Foxx there for sending me that. Massively appreciated. Got various options there of paintage, as you could see, with all the different blues and stuff like that. And that is Lord of Change there. And then underneath you've got Carrios Fate Weather with all different stuff going on. So quite similar blues going on. This one's got lots of pinks and whites going on under the wings and that. And this one's got it done in various shades of blue. So that's what we've got in that little box of goodies, folks. So big thank you to Foxx. When you next see him in there, just give him a little bit of nicety and all of that lot, because it's good of him to send me this. So I'm going to leave it there. Like I say, thank you from the bottom of my heart, Mr. Gnu. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one, folks. Okay? Until then, stay safe and well. Goodbye for now. Look at it.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down,